Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the G.I. Joe classified series Cobra Snow Serpent. And this guy is number 93 in the line. And let me tell you something, this guy here, he's great. I mean, the sculpt, everything on him, I like him a lot. Let me tell you something, Hasbro has done a lot with their QC issues. This line is getting better and better now. Not to say that they're not going to have any mistakes, hopefully they won't in the future, but I'm just saying, they have recovered from, what has happened in the past. Past is past, future is now, and let's move on from that. But this guy here, I just have to say, he comes with a plethora of stuff. And if you don't have this guy, if you just want a snow trooper, it doesn't matter where you use him, how you use him, with what line. This guy will fit, and he comes with some accessories you can use with other characters, which is really, really cool, which we will talk about in this review. Now, as far as this guy is concerned, look at the sculpt on this guy. That is just awesome. I like that that look that he has right there. It kind of is reminiscent of Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat from back in the day. If you actually look at, not the original, from the original Mortal Kombat, not from Mortal Kombat 2, but I think it's like what was it? Deadly Alliance? Or after. They kind of gave him a look that kind of looked like this, somewhat. Without the glasses, of course, or the goggles, I mean. But anyway, look how his mask, his goggles, his helmet, nice detail on the sides. I like the fact that he's got a little bit of gray right here on the helmet. Not too bad. I like the fur going around the collar here, moving down on the shoulders, and then you have, to me this reminds me of like a ace of spades right here, this emblem here, but this is actually a mountain and it has a serpent going around it. And the only reason why I can say that, because it's so small and it doesn't pick up on camera here, I don't know if you can see that, but it's actual mountain, and then you can see the serpent coming up, and there's the head right there, and then it has it looks like missiles down at the bottom. But that's actually really cool to have that emblem right there. Then you have his pockets, then coming down you have his fur on the forearms, and then on the back of his hands, for his gloves, which I thought was a cool touch. I love the fact that they have the Cobra emblem right here on the forearm, not on the side, but on the forearm, which is cool. It breaks up the monotony as far as on how they're doing things when it comes to the look of these characters. Now he has his pack on the front, kind of reminiscent of a parachute, kind of put on backwards, if you ask me. But I mean, this is where he keeps all his, some of his gear. Moving down, this piece down here is nice and soft. Then you have your buckles, your belt, all the way to the back. And then you have two holsters on the side for his sidearms, his pants. I like the fact that his winter gear just looks amazing. Pockets on the side of the legs, pockets on the front of the legs. Moving down to his boots. They're not your typical normal boots that you would normally see in one of these figures. So yeah, they've done really, really good. Now, as far as, I'm going to go over a couple things. I'm not going to go over his whole articulation or anything like that, but I just want to go over how well this guy actually moves. So I found that you can actually pull down on his arm, and his butterfly joint lets it drop down. So it actually gives it some extra movement, which is great. Okay, and then as far as his crunch goes, I mean, that's not too bad considering he has this big thing in the front, but that's not bad at all considering he's hindered. Excuse me. So head sculpt, head articulation, he can actually look up and he can look down quite a bit. So that's not too bad at all. Now, as far as putting this guy in some poses, I thought that, he moved pretty well considering the fact that, he's got such bulky things on him. I have to say, I think they did a fabulous job of making sure that he can actually move. And mine the joints are nice and tight. And what I like also is that this is not gummy right here on the figure. So they are making improvements, but I think that's pretty cool. You can get him into like a nice little, let's dance type of stance. He's ready to fight hand to hand if he has to. If you want to get him kicking, of course, he has his drop down legs where you can move his leg. Let's see if you want to get him kicking. And you know, these guys are all, you know, they're trained military people. You know, at some point in time, they have some sort of training. So it's not like they're slouches or anything, even though that they are terrorists. You know, but still, they're just not slouches. But anyway, that's pretty cool. But he comes with a plethora of stuff, so I don't want to you know, stay too long on how this guy moves, because he actually works pretty well. I don't have any issues with the way his movement is, as far as compared to some. He doesn't have that gummy factor, which is great. I like the fact that he is clean looking, of course, and he should be, because he's in the snow. And as far as with all this fur on here, you don't have any hindrance as far as movement wise. So that, to me, I thought was great. And I think that they thought this one through when they did the figure. I just think that they're doing a lot better when it comes to the articulation and the movement of these figures, and the fact of the QC issues that they were having. So enough of that nonsense. Let's get into taking a look at the of the accessories that this guy comes with, because he comes with a lot of stuff. So let's try to get through it pretty quick. Let's go. Starting off with his accessories, we have his backpack with missiles and the bazooka on his on the back hanging. So I just wanted to, we've seen this before with bazooka. So we have his rocket launcher, the rockets. Yes, this swivels up so you can feed rockets in here. So you take a rocket out, you can actually push it in here. You can close this down, and that'll hold that there. And you can take another rocket, slide it right out, and you can put it in the front here, and you can make it look like it's launching out, being shot out. So you can actually get it like that. Or if you have a blast effect, you can put it on there and it'll look like it's being shot off. So that's actually not too bad. And this clips here, just like it did on bazooka. I like the fact that you know, you have the black and the grays. It makes it all pop out, makes it look really, really nice. And these aren't all warped up or anything like that. So that's actually pretty good. And these do go in here, and I can't get it to go in there on camera. There it goes. So you just put them in there, and there you go. No weird paint jobs or anything like that. Just some regular old missiles that you have. And it pegs right into his back. I thought that was really, really cool. Next, we have his goggles. They're just painted black. I wish that this would have been like a little bit of blue right here. But you know, hey, it is what it is. They're tinted lenses, and this is a soft rubber here on the strap. So you just want to take it and slide it up over the head and bring it down. Pretty nice. Next, we have his knife, and yeah, there's no place to store it. It's all casted in black, but there's no place to store it on him, not on his backpack, not anywhere that I have found. So it's just kind of loose. So I guess, you know, he's gonna be carrying this in his hand the whole time, but it's cool that he came with it. Next, we have his rifle, and let me tell you, this is reminiscent of kind of like an AR-15. I like the way they did the bump stock on the back. Nice little pistol grip. You have your mag that does pull out, it does come out, and goes back in. The only thing I have a pet peeve with is that it's flat, but of course this is supposed to be like a laser rifle, so I get it. And then underneath here you have your rocket launcher or your grenade launcher from underneath right here. They both have ports, so you can port some blast effects in there if you choose to do so. Otherwise, it's pretty neat. It's just all cast in black plastic. It would have been cool if they would have slapped a little Cobra emblem on the gun or whatever the case, or, you know, given some more of these details, like maybe a little brushing on it. But besides that, it's a nice little flat gun. Next, we have his double pistols. They look like 9mm to me. I could be wrong, but it would be cool if we would have gotten a little bit more, you know, just some brushing, a little bit more brushing on here. And they are flat as can be, but point being is they're a great addition to the figure, so at least you have some extra weapons. I'll probably use some Valaverse weapons with this guy. Next, we have his laser gun. This is reminiscent from the cartoon, which I actually think is really, really great. They came with the Cobra Valkyries. This gun did. I don't know if I don't remember it coming with any other figures. So if I'm wrong, please leave the comment down below. It does have a port on it, so you can actually use a blast effect, which is actually quite nice, or a smoke effect. But I'm glad that they're starting to include this type of gun with them because of the fact that it is that reminiscence of the old guns that they used in the cartoon. So yeah, I like that. And the clip does come out and then it goes right back in. It's just all in black. Nice little scope on it. But otherwise, nice little weapon. Next we have the Snow Serpent's snowshoes. These are cool. Just some metal snowshoes for him to go clomping around in the snow. Starting off, we have his wolf type, I don't know, clothing, I would say, or skin to keep himself warm or camouflage him while he's out and about in the wilderness. As you can see, he has a peg where it plugs in the back. Then he has a peg hole right here. That way you could put his backpack on him. That's pretty cool. I like the colors that they did with him. Very nice. Just one big giant hunk of plastic. Next we have the wolf head, I guess that you would call it. Yeah, and his paws. It's cool when you put it on him as camouflage. When you look at it like this, is kind of creepy, but yeah, these guys are ruthless, man, out there taking out animals like this and using them for camouflage. I mean, I get it. You're out there in the snow, you need something to kind of give you some sort of camouflage from other animals, including wolves and Joe members or whoever you're taking out. Last but not least, we have the Snow Serpent's snowboard. And that's pretty cool, the way they did the white Cobra symbol on there. They didn't make it bright red, so that's actually pretty cool. And then on the flip side, you have this like camouflage on the back right here, or I guess traction or whatever it's supposed to be. And then you have the Snow Serpent emblem. And as you can see right here, you have the mountain, and then you have the serpent coiling up the mountain or slithering up the mountain, whatever you want to say. And then you have it looks like swords or rockets or something down at the bottom. I don't know exactly what that is supposed to represent, but that is their emblem. So that's actually pretty cool that I was able to pick that up on the actual snowboard itself. But this is actually pretty cool. All right, guys, so listen, you can pretty much put almost everything on him. The only two things that are not going to go on him are going to be the rifle and the knife, because there's no place for the knife. There's no little sheath or anything like that. The backpack full of rockets can go right onto the back of him, onto his back. And then you have the bazooka that actually attaches to the bottom of the backpack. So that's great. So with that being said, I mean, that's my only pet peeve when it comes to this figure, is the fact that, you know, you can't store all the weapons, and that's okay. Listen, I can overlook that. The knife, it's so small though. They should have put something where you could actually put the knife in, maybe in the front, slid it across here into like a little pouch, sheath, something. But hey, you know what? That's just me, and you may think different. But my whole thing is that that knife is so small, if you drop it in the carpet and you lose it, bye-bye. It's gonna get vacuumed up, or you're never gonna find it. Whatever the case, if you lose it, it's gone, because it is quite small. But with that being said, guys, let's get into some comparisons with this guy and see how he compares to some of his other counterparts.
Here's how he compares to the G.I.Joe Classified Series Televiper. And here's how he compares to the G.I.Joe Classified Series Cobra Valkyries. And here's how he compares to the G.I. Joe Classified Series Trouble Bubble with Marvel Legends Deadpool. All right, so in conclusion, with comparisons and everything that this guy comes with, he is definitely worth picking up. It doesn't matter how you want to use him, how you have him. If this is a guy that you are interested in picking up, pick him up. Hasbro did a fabulous job with this figure. I have to say, they've been knocking the last few figures out of the park. Like I said, I don't want to see this line fail. I want to see it succeed. Don't get me wrong. With negatives, there are positives, and there's nothing but positives this far. So which therefore, you know, yeah, they had a couple setbacks, but you know what? now they're moving forward. So yeah, I think they're starting to get things under control, and I think we're getting some better products out of it. I have to honestly say, this guy here is definitely worth picking up. I will say that again, he comes with a lot of cool stuff. I know this ain't one of the greatest poses, but I just wanted to show it off because I didn't show him with him on the snowboard. I had him holding it, but I wanted to show you how you can actually pose him with a couple weapons, make it look like he's doing some kind of snowy slide or whatever the case. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, and always leave a comment down below. And hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. And I just want to say thank you to everybody new who has joined to our community, and those that have been here since day one. And for those that were here and have now have gone, thank you as well. Because without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. I say it all the time, but I'm going to say it one more time. Thank you. I have, it's my pleasure. I enjoy making these videos for you guys. I know there's 1,000 other people out there that do this, and they probably do a lot better than I do, but I am doing my best with what I can because I'm still a novice at it, so I'm not gonna lie. But anyway guys, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the flippity flip.